How's it going today, everyone? This is Sage, and we're finally back with another Market Watch. We've been MIA for like the last week and a half. Wanted to let Bonanza kind of settle in, opening weekend, opening buyouts, FOMO buyouts, just kind of let things settle a little bit, give vendors time to get prices up, and just not feed into the FOMO. Plus, things have been pretty busy IRL, so we took a little bit of time to focus on that kind of stuff. I will be live on Whatnot if you guys are seeing this. I should be live on Whatnot Friday morning here for a few hours. We are in secret mission mode. Okay. Just read the show notes of the Whatnot show. Come on by. I'm going to be selling some of the PC to raise some money. We got a big goal. So we're it's time. It's time. That's all I'll say. And yeah, let me know, okay, if you guys made it here right at the beginning. Tell me how your entry packs for the Bonanza celebration were. Buy-in with 3 Bonanza packs. I think I did pretty well. Last 3 packs of the box, man. I was pretty stoked about that. We have so many card prices to get into. Like, it's been kind of insane this last week and a half. First one I want to start out with is Starliege Photon Blast Dragon. This is a Ryziel extra deck monster. Don't ask me the tech. I have seen it in topping deck lists over in the OCG. And obviously we're gearing up for that release here in a few weeks. So people are preparing. The regular ultra rares out of Legendary Duelist 3, White Dragon Abyss, and Legendary Duelist Season 2, these are gone. Very, very low listings. Whereas the colored ultra rare from Legendary Duelist Season 2, we saw the same exact thing happen here with Moonlight Dragon, where the OG manga, the High Speed Rider Super, the Legendary Duelist Ultra, all spiked, whereas the colored ultra rares just stayed really low, and then people were like, oh god, I really need one of this, and then they jumped on the colored ultra rares. So if you guys just want to come in and get like a dozen or so of these just to kind of flip, these probably wouldn't be that bad of an investment. It's like $1, $2, like just pick up a few copies. We can see here there are sellers with quantities available, like there's 10 here at 49 cents a piece. 64 at $1 each. I probably wouldn't recommend going for those, but wipe out these lower listings first. People are gonna need it, I suspect. I don't really know exactly what the tech is here. Oh, opponent can't target monsters you control with 2,000 or more attack with card effects, and they can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects. I assume that's what this is, because I don't think this Galaxy like photon effects come in handy, so this is just a protection. I assume if you have nothing better to go into. So pick up a few of these just to have on hand for the trade binder. You can't really go wrong with spending $1. There's a lot worse ways to spend $1. Now, Bonanza. Reprinted Flamberge, Diabolstar, Wanted, Bonfire. And guess what? If you want to play the deck, we said this weeks and weeks ago when Deception was $30. Pick up your Deceptions because everything else is going to tank, and then Deception is going to go up. And yeah, I warned you, these are $50 now. If you want verified, this is $55. It's insane that insane that it made this big of a jump. 19 listings here. And if we look at OSS, it's the same thing. Even the tin. These are the tin OSSs. These are $12 a piece with 14 listings. And these were bulk. These were like $1. And now they are 12 plus. Same thing with OG Ultras. OG Ultras are lagging behind a little bit, which is kind of weird. But these are like 10s. Here's 10. Here's like 10. All these weird ones with weird shipping or non-verified sellers, really. So 749 LP. Nobody's really going to want LP. Near mint first from a verified seller. Shout out Edgar, man. Shout out Edgar. $8.95. This is one of the homies. Yeah, he streams on Whatnot too. So, yeah, very expensive on the OSS front. Same with the quarter century, but this is to be expected with quarter centuries, given its highest rarity. These are about $35–$40 a piece. Just get the cheap copy, honestly. This is a very, very likely candidate to be hit on the list, so don't invest in the high-end stuff. Anti-Spell. This I have seen in probably like half a dozen topping Snake Eyes Azumina lists. This is a side card. Obviously, when it comes to your turn, you can use Diabellstar to get rid of this. And then, oh, I don't have to play under Anti-Spell, but you do. Kind of shocked me that these are $5 for high rarity Floodgate, but yeah, I guess it could be. Well, can't really get too much better than that, huh? $5 for high rarity. And this kind of made me want to go check on the original CRs too. If you guys don't know, this got a collector rare in Tactical Masters. These things are on Life Alert. $3 for original collector rare Anti-Spell. I like that we're getting these reprints, but holy hell, man, just the way Starlights, CRs, OG ultis, hell, even like OG secrets, the way that the quarter century just comes in and is like, hey, knock knock, time's up, and just crashes the prices on these is crazy, because this was very expensive for a very long time. Yeah, see, $30–$40 start of the year, and then whoop whoop, $5, not even with shipping. Engraver, these are, you know, continuing to get even lower. Let's clean this up. I'm tired of looking at these listings with photos. I wish they would get rid of them entirely. About $50-ish a copy on Engraver. If you told me like 3 months ago that this would be $50, I wouldn't have believed you. But yeah, these are sitting about 50s. That's not too bad. You need like 2, I think, if you really want to play Fiendsmith. You can play 3. However, Lacrima, just the main deck Lacrima, not the banned one, just helps the engine so much. Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon is one that I want to point out. A lot more, I've been seeing a lot more people side this. It's a very, very, very strong thrust target if you're going first. Just thrust into this, and as soon as your opponent gets their board, before they get like an Omni, just Karma Cannon. Oh, bye. Like, just stop them in their tracks. The secrets here are like, let's sort by price plus shipping. Yeah, like $9-ish going up. These used to be, I think at their lowest they were 4s or 5s. Yeah, they got down to about 3s. I kind of wish I bought in there. Yeah, you can see it's just coming back up. I do want to check on the OG Ultras. Yeah, OG Ultras are matching, so these are synced up. They're both about $9 a piece. If you want the Karma Cannons, you only really need to run 1. Just go buy 2 thrusts, and you'll be chilling. Fool Loss. This is still sitting around the 120 mark. These are all non-verifieds. First verified is at 125. That's not awful. This is to be expected with high rarity staples. Not even high rarity, just staples that people want access to. But we can likely deduct that this is going to follow the same, a similar trend that Fiendsmith Engraver did, where it will slowly go down over time. However, Perulia, which I don't think we have pulled up right now, has significantly skyrocketed. If you missed out on these at 30, yeah, you are not buying these anytime soon unless you desperately need them for a regional or something. Because Perulias, let's find a verified, are $82. $82 for Perulia. These were 30. The price of 1 is what you could have got your set for like 3 months ago. That's insane. And a lot of this comes just people play Perulia Fool Loss. Perfect. Like, they are such good hand traps and give you significant advantage. very similar to Maxi. Your opponent can either play into it and give you the draws and risk you drawing into hand traps and them getting stopped on a suboptimal board, or they can just pass turn and then you win anyway. So that's the whole game with the Mulch armies here. And the third one, once we eventually get that in Supreme Darkness here at the start of 2025, it will see play also. It will likely be a secret rare quarter century. However, that one lets you draw on summon from grave or banishment. Malice. It is a very banishment heavy deck, and it will see some like side play specifically for that reason. However, Perulia and Fuelos will still remain the top Mulch armies, like the most splashable ones. Oh, what do we got next? Dominus Impulse. These are sitting about the 65s. These have fallen just a few dollars. They're not too bad. This is another one of those traps that if you're playing a fire deck... Oh no, I can't use Ghost Ogre. Okay, well, if it came down to me impulsing over Ghost Ogering, I probably wasn't going to use a Ghost Ogre anyway, so... Oh, oops. I have a discard. And you could still use Ash, you could still use the Mulch armies. Not Fuelos, I guess, because Fuelos is wind, but you can still use Perulia. Can't use Nib. Can't use Maxi. Oops. So, another really good staple to try to get your hands on. Lubellion. I don't know where this is coming from. I assume it's Centurion. And a lot more people are splashing small bestial packages in decks. Like, I am personally playing one Magnamut, one Druis. I've been debating adding like a Saronir or a Baldrake in the Millennium deck, but Lubellions, these are all like $30+ here for OG Secrets. There's like an LP here at 25, but very low listings on these. These were $10, $11 a few months ago, but now with the popularity of Centurion Bestials, these are seeing a pretty significant rise. And then if we go look at the Megaton version, Megaton versions are around that same exact price, like mid-20s to low 30s. And also, similar thing here, 26 listings. So if you guys have Lubellions and you guys aren't playing them, now wouldn't be the worst time to move them, just in case it does receive a lower rarity, more accessible reprint in the near future, say in like a Maze or whatever the mini box is for the start of the year, like the Battle as a Legend Chapter 1, Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1 equivalent. We never know when they'll reprint these cards next. And then touching on the quarter century Lubellion, yeah, if you got these at 200, congrats, you made a lot of money. $345 lowest verified, and then it's quickly to 400. There's one set here, and then it's quickly to 400. These were 200 from the start of Monstrous Revenge release. These were 200, like very solidly, and now they are 300+. Insanity. What people will do for high rarity shiny cardboard. Chaos Angel from the tins, I did want to point this out because it was pretty low on listings here with 36. These are still about the $21 range. We do have the Gamer's Choice wall, but this is just something to keep an eye on. Chaos Angel with all prints are still pretty, around what you would expect. About the 20+ for OG Secrets and the reprint Secrets. And the ultis, though, this is what we really needed to touch on. Ultis are 32-ish. Yeah. Why? Why is the ulti the highest rarity and the more safe from being negatively impacted by reprints? Why is this only $10 more? If you guys need a print and you don't care about value or anything and you just want the value, go for the cheapest print. If you guys want the high rarity and are willing to pay the $10 more, I mean, you have that option here. Just beware with TCG Player, OTS ultis in NA have a very, very, very high chance of not having the texturing. It's been like that for several OTS sets, and who knows when Konami's going to fix it. But yeah, just know if you do purchase one on TCG Player, you will likely not get the texturing. unless you specifically request photos beforehand or they list with photos. So just a fair warning, just be careful with OTS ultis on TCG Player. I highly recommend just picking them up in person if you can. This is one that kind of shocked me. DMG Quarter Century out of the tins. I did not expect the OG Art DMG to fall this heavily, but I guess it does have 3 contesting high rarity prints. All of different arts from Bonanza. So I guess these are $11 now, which is kind of insane to me, honestly, that these fell so heavily because of 3 different artwork competing quarter centuries. I figured OG probably would have stayed higher, but what do I know? Yeah, Soul Burning Volcano. Go ahead and rip it open. This thing's $100. Just kidding. That is direct pricing. Still not bad though. The 26 listings here on the Raging Phoenix. They're about the $45 mark, quickly up to $50. A lot of non-verifieds here. Oh, here's a playset for $44. This obviously went up. Fire is just so popular, and people are really starting to latch onto the Zealantis play more. I don't know what took people so long to play Zealantis or play more into the Zealantis angle. It's very, very good. Next card, Lordly Load. Funny card. I love this little sub-engine. These are sitting about $7. They have fallen a little bit. They were sitting about 10 to 12 for a little bit for the secrets, just because of all the hype that the engine was getting in different decks. Like, Hero is playing this. Phantasm Spiral obviously can play this. Plants are playing this to get to Loci. Just a lot of decks can utilize this to search for a normal. It's pretty cool. Nice little engine. I still won't get over the Sparkman Clayman Thunder Giant one. 7th Ascension. These are still gone. We touched on this a few weeks ago. These are $30 now. Very large walls here from S Gaming and Optimal Games. So that looks to be where the price is going to be for the near future. So if you guys do find these boxes for cheap, like Duels from the Deep, Soul Burning Volcano, I wouldn't really recommend Synchro Storm anymore, but Duels from the Deep and Soul Burning Volcano, if you can find them for like 20-25 bucks a box, it's honestly not even that bad. Even like 30 I don't think would be too bad, just for the little gamble for this or the ghosts. Hell, this set even has Droplet. Marincess Wave, Fish Sonar, Abyss Shark just got reprinted, so it's not going to be worth a lot, but they're not like too awful, I guess. Still shit products, but not too awful for the price. Purge is going up. I don't really know why Purge is going up. This seemed to be the worst of the Dominus cards, but maybe it's just people wanting to have access to this just in case. These are still sitting like 15-ish, but they are going up to like 17 and beyond. I sold the few that I had around 15s. But yeah, keep an eye on it, just in case. Just in case. Infinite Forbidden, still a phenomenal set. Speaking of Infinite Forbidden, Millennium Ankh. These are way up. These are 37 listings here on the Secret, and they are over $10 a copy now. A lot of hype around the Exodia deck as a rogue option because it plays around Impulse, plays around Mulch Armies really well, and people are starting to top with it. I'm seeing tops almost every regional, almost every major event. It's pretty cool to see because I'm a big supporter of this deck, as you guys know. It's just so much fun. Speaking of future support, okay, Ignister, add Ignister. The new support is cracked. They're getting like 10 cards, I think. It's an insane wave. I can't even... Some of the combo lines that I've been seeing are just insane. And even Ignister before, like support being announced, was still like one of those decks that you're just like, okay, guess I'll just watch a combo for 15 minutes. And yep, I'll just have fun, I guess, playing Solitaire, one of the Solitaire decks. Really, these are mostly available for the lower rarities. The higher rarities obviously did get bought out here with a Chi-Chi Secret, the Field Spell Secret, and Picari Secret, all from Ignition Assault. These are, you know, gone. If you guys have these and aren't planning to play the deck, you guys can move them. These were like $1. You're not gonna miss out on too much. But these do all have very accessible reprints here in foil also. Like Achichi and Picari, 2 that we just touched on. 250 listings at less than a quarter a piece. Yeah, just go for that, really. Otherwise, every other card in this archetype is pretty accessible. Even Earth Golem, which used to be very, very expensive as a Super Poly target, even this has gone way down. This I probably wouldn't recommend purchasing unless you need it as a Super Poly target, like desperately. I could see this getting reprinted in the near future because it did see a buyout in recent memory. Oh, what do we got next? Totally awesome. We're getting into the Bonanza cards. Toad was very kind of extremely cheap when Bonanza first dropped. These are sitting about the $30 mark right now, which I can see. People like their water. Mermail, fantastic deck as long as they don't get shifted. They do 2 Bahamut, 2 Toad, and they put the Toads underneath the Link 3 so that you can't do anything to the Toads. It's really cool. Plus, this is, if you want to get matching rarities of your Bahamuts, you can get the Quarter Century out of the tins, and you can get this instead of buying OG Secrets of both, because OG Secret Bahamuts were expensive for so goddamn long. Like 30, 40 bucks. It's insane. Allure of Darkness, this has gotten bought out up to the $30 to $35 to $50 mark. There are a few copies here before it gets up to $35. But these were, I think, 15s is what I saw for the lows. Yeah, about 20 bucks here. But this isn't too shocking. This card is insane. We will touch on an alternative version of this, too, that did get bought out, that I am a big fan of. I wish I had an image to show you guys, because it is insane. I just love how it looks. Blue Eyes, the good old chase card from the set. Yeah, this thing is about 68 to 70. We can just say 70. It's kind of shocking that this took the high spot in the set, but I guess it's not too shocking because this other one was the high card in the tins. So now we got both of those, and I got the tablet art sitting over there too. I don't know if I'll end up moving those or not. I just don't like sitting on high value cardboard when I could get, you know, a lower rarity and be perfectly content with it. Caius Quarter Centuries, these are like a rival rarity to the Ulti. Obviously Ulti is still always going to be high rarity, but people do want the Quarter Centuries to bling out their decks. These are 60-ish, $55 to $60 a copy. Very low listings here for the Caius Quarters. Speaking of high rarity and blinging out your decks, yeah, BLS Envoy of the Beginning. I did not expect this to be as high as it is. 15 listings, and these are like $50. I honestly wasn't expecting the BLS to be 50. Maybe like 30, 25, but 50 I just wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting the GOAT players to be that hype over the new blingy rarity. CT Artwork DMG, this is 51 and beyond, up to like 55. Not too shocking, I guess, that this is up there. Being DMG. Red Eyes Darkness Metal, this one did kind of shock me, that it was so low for so long. 13 listings here, these are about $30 a piece. Jump is still, I think, 60-ish for Near Mint Ultra Jump. Let's go take a look, actually, because I do have a Jump. Let's see, Near Mint. I said Near Mint. Yeah, these are still chilling about 60 bucks. 65, 70s. Yeah, I may end up moving my Jump, just, as I said, I was planning on getting the whole Jump set, but there's just some cards in the Jump set that I just don't want to deal with. Like, I have the Dark End, I have the Tragodia, I have Oceans. Why is Ocean this expensive? Holy shit. That's the one that we just stumbled upon. $30 near mint oceans. Huh. What's LP looking like? LP is 15. Jesus. The discrepancy between LP and near mint is kind of insane. If you guys can find near mints that are like $15 at market price, like, go ahead and pick them up, honestly. These jump promos are so hard to find in like, good, acceptable condition. But there's so much from Jump that I just don't even want to think about, like the Dark Magicians, the Blue Eyes. Like, I just don't want to have to deal with that in the future. Stuff like, oh Jesus, why is this so expensive too? Quasar's 20? That's kind of insane. 9 listings on the near mint. Let's move on. Let's stop talking about jumps. This really shocked me. Glow Up Bulb Quarter Century is $6. That's insane, because the secret out of Legendary Collection 5Ds was like 10 to 15 for years. And this is a candidate to come back off of the list. So if you guys don't want to pay the money for the ulties, pick up like 2 or 3 of these. Spend the $15. I have a whole playset of the Legendary Collection 5D secrets, and I am very tempted to just go ahead and pick up Quarter Centuries just because these will spike more than the secrets will when this eventually does get unhit. And that's kind of the theme here with all these Quarter Centuries out of Bonanza. There are so many cards that are just going up because everything's so hard to pull. Like these Raigeki Quarter Centuries, $30, $32. Yes, it's a standard board breaker in Tenpai, which is why it's, you know, so expensive. But good lord, man. Like, there's so many cards like this. Every card here, we're going to be talking, hey, DM staple, or DM fan favorite card, like Dark Paladin. Boom, 17 listings. Boom, it's like $25. Just, people will do anything for their Dark Magicians. Get on to the next card, Heavy Storm, another likely candidate to come off the list. What do we see? 19 listings, $25 a piece. Yeah, go for it. It's likely going to come to 1, especially since it's at 1 in OCG and Master Duel. Use some logic. It's likely going to come back to the TCG at some point too, because it has not been re-hit over there. Lightning. The Baby Dragon Rulers, the Quarter Centuries are all bought out. 9 listings. These are $12-15 a piece here on the Lightnings. We go over to Stream, 18 listings. $10 for lowest verified. $10 on Stream. You guessed it, React and Quarter Century. Yeah, these are, for some reason, really high listings compared to the other two. But these are also, like, significantly higher. These are $15. Burner, 8 listings, 20s. All the Baby Dragon Rulers gone. It makes sense, because these did not come in foils. So, if, honestly, plats look good. I'm fine with plats. I don't need the Quarter Centuries. I am completely fine with the platinums. Signet Mining. This is a card, yes, it's in the core set, so you do get all the different rarities. This is going to be used in Malice, because what kind of deck is Malice? It's a Cybers deck. 24 listings here. These are like $20 to $25 a piece. We do have a couple different playsets here, a couple multiples, so not too awful. A lot of non-verifieds there I saw toward the start of that. Secret Village. This is another one that is kind of low on listings. 16 here. About the $20 mark. That's not too bad. I think these were pre-selling for 15s on Gamer's Choice or Tier 0 or something. So this is not too awful. Just listings are getting kind of low here at 16. Next card. Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell. Now, we've been talking about expensive Quarter Centuries. This is not one of them. Not at all. 36 listings here. These are like $1. If we go item price only, yeah, 89 cents non-verified. $1, $1, $1, $1.50. Like, very, very accessible. If you guys are playing Runic Stun, just pick up a set of these. It's $5. What's the worst that can happen? They go up to like $10 for the set. You make double your money. $1 for these seems very cheap, even though it is like a niche card. People are leaning more toward the Runic Stun and the more degen strats, just because they're so tired of the format, man. Like, how long have we been playing Fire? A year? Almost a year and a quarter? When did Age of Overlord come out? Like, last quarter of 2023? We're tired of Fire, man. It's been this whole damn calendar year. People are more likely to take on the stun when the meta is just diabolical. What else was I looking at here? Yeah, there's just so many different cards here, especially in the nostalgia pool, that you really have to look out for. Platinum Secret Substitutes here at $1 and change. Very, very, very good. The secrets out of Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge, those were like 7s to 10s, like very solidly. Yes, we have platinums, and now we also have quarter centuries. Platinums for $1? Hell yeah. Like, if you told anyone a year ago, hey, Substitute will be $1, literally everybody would look at you like you're psychotic. Just because it was not a reasonable expectation at all. Oh, next cards. Dark End Dragon. Another, like, classic Edison card that most of the prints were very out of reach. Even here, the quarter century is very reasonable. Like, $9, $10 for quarter century Dark End. Hell, I think the super was like 15 for the longest time. Very, very reasonable. And think it does have a platinum too, which is going to be even more affordable if you just want the affordability. Return from the Different Dimension. Same thing. This super was like $10 to $15. It was the only foil print of this card. This did have like a common out of the movie pack from, you know, the Sphinx, Andro Sphinx, Sphinx Talea, Pyramid of Light. That was the movie. It had a common out of that. But the super was the only foil print. Now, hey, high rarity, quarter century, $7. Just insane to me. It goes up to 10s pretty quick. If you want a set, you could get them for $10 a piece. Beats spending 15 on supers, huh? Same thing here. If Dimension Fusion, $7 on quarter centuries. It's not the $20 ultras or even the $20 reprint ultras out of Spell Ruler 25th. They really hit some good choices here. Like, honestly, I gotta give credit where credit's due. They really came in and hit some of these more out of reach cards for players to actually get a hold of now. There's still a lot more work they need to do with some of these other cards, but they're getting there. Dark Bribe quarter centuries. Again, foils of this were so expensive. Ultras, Dark Legends Ultras, were like 60, 70. If you just wanted the super from the game, the video game promo is going to run you like 12, 15 bucks. Now, quarter century, $4, $5, $5.50. Very, very reasonable. Like, a lot of these upgrades are very tempting to me. Drago, Kawakimiro Drago, you're one of for Tenpai. Yeah, these are $6. Battles of Legend Armageddon Ultras were like $3, $4 before. So now you can get a even shinier version for just a couple bucks more than what you paid for it a month ago. Yes, it does have an OG ulti too, which is likely impacted. Fishborg Blaster, this one is the one that kind of shocked me the most, especially with this seeing a lot of success in Edison recently. Like, we saw the Turbo Pack Super jump significantly after the top. I can't remember who exactly it was, or maybe it was a win. But the Turbo Pack Super shot up a ton. Quarter century, $5. Oh, not even. 4.5, 4.5, 5, 2 at 5, 2 at 5, 4 at 5. Like, the common on this was $1 or $2, like, easy. All day. It was one of the cards you pull out of bulk every time. It was, oh, what set was the common, actually? I can't remember. I don't think it was Raging Battle, but Maybe it was. Ancient Prophecy, that's what it was. I knew it was around that era. But yeah, $1 or $2, easy, every time for the common. We go First Ed, we go Near Mint. Yeah, $3 on the First Ed OG commons. Just buy the quarter century for a few bucks more. Insane to me. Allure of Darkness PUR. I told you guys earlier I was going to touch on Allure in a alternative rarity. This is the one I'm talking about. Bonanza did really, really, really well with the PUR and the PCR texturing. Rarity 2 was a significant upgrade from Rarity 1 in that department, but Bonanza hit it out of the park with the texturing on these PURs and PCRs. When I'm telling you Allure PUR is one of the prettiest looking cards that I have ever seen in my entire life, I wish I had an image or the card next to me to show you. The texturing is phenomenal, and guess what? The rest of the community agrees. 8 listings on the PURs. These are $3 to $4 to $5 a piece, and there are not many quantities available on the market. Just insanely good texturing on this card. Shout out to Konami for getting it right with their printing facilities. Upstart Goblin Quarter Century. This has gone up. I thought I remember sawing these around like 2025. These are very close to 40s now for the quarter centuries. No real shock there. The high rarity before was the Super, the Tournament Pack or Turbo Pack or whatever the hell it was. Then it had an Ultra out of Yugi's World, which was like 10-15s. So it makes sense that the Upstart Quarter Century would be even beyond that. And Ryo, man. Platinum Secret, $5, including shipping. Oh, 11 here, $4.99. Yeah, you don't have to get the common Ryo if you just want an accessible print anymore. You can just get a Platinum. And honestly, I think the Platinum looks really good with Ryo with the lightning elements. So, something to think on. This last part, I wanted to kind of touch on this. There are 6 cards in Bonanza where they have an alternative artwork that is only available in quarter century rare. Now I say an alternative artwork because stuff like Reaper and Dogwood, it's actually their original artworks that are only available in quarter century. TCG player, I wish they would have rushed the images on these, because some of this shit's really confusing. House Dragon Maid here. This does not say alternate art. Quarter century, $3. Okay, that makes sense. House Dragon Maid, alt art. Okay, yeah, it's like 15. That makes sense for it being quarter century exclusive, right? Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Hospitality, not original. Actually, original art, not alternate art. $2.5, $3. Okay, what's the alternate art like? Okay, it's like $10 a piece. Expected, this is quarter century only. What's the next one? Dogwood. Okay. This does not say alternative art or alternate art, so one would assume that this is the original artwork Dogwood, correct? Let me, to better explain this, let me actually just go to the actual Bonanza listing. So, Bonanza, alternate art. Okay, alternate art. Okay, alternate art. Okay. Let's go back. Quarter century. Quarter century exclusive for the original art. 36 listings. Okay. Alt art. 38 listings. About $10. Why are these about the same price? It's a hand trap, yes. But why? I think Cherries is the one that was kind of insane. Lieb. $2. Okay. Alt art Lieb. $4 to $5. Perfect. My favorite alternate art in the entire set. I'm fine with Liebe being this cheap. I want to get 2 more. Now, cherries. Cherries OG art. Okay. 44 listings. $4 a piece. Where the hell did this come from? Alternate art winter cherries. The more accessible one, the one that is not quarter century exclusive. Now, if you missed it, this one back here, original art winter cherries, is quarter century exclusive, and it is $4. Okay? Why the hell is the more accessible one 9 listings and $20? Why is it 4 times? I saw this and I'm like, this can't be right, right? Like, they have to have these switched for at least dogwood and winter cherries. Because there's no way alt art winter cherries, the more accessible quarter century, is available in all the rarities. It should be significantly cheaper. Why is it $20? Whereas the one that is quarter century exclusive is $4. It makes absolutely no sense to me. If you guys want to risk it and like try to get some of these other winter cherries, these original art ones at $4 or $5 a piece, while these other ones are 20s, and try to make a few bucks, like, go for it. These are 44 listings. This is supposedly the harder to get one. But then we, again, pop back. 9 listings. On the alternate art, the easily accessible artwork of this. Let that dwell on your brain for a little bit, okay? Shizuku, we get back to normal, okay? OG art, $3. Plentiful listings, okay? Alt art, significantly more expensive, $32 in 11x premium for the quarter century exclusive artwork. So I definitely wanted to point out the winter cherries one, because it's just so weird to me that that was taking place, you know, that the alternate winter cherries that is more accessible, it's in all 7 rarities, is the one that's bought out at $20, where the quarter century exclusive one is like $5. Yeah, who knows what's going on there. If you guys made it this far into the video, feel free to come check me out on the Whatnot stream. I will likely be live if you guys are seeing this anytime shortly after it is uploaded. Hope you guys have a good day. Take care. Stay safe. Drink some water. I've been yapping for 45 minutes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chug some water. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Take care. We'll see you guys later.